What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. I already need to sit, man. A lot going on in this video. Let's do some shout outs. Caesar sent me this art, man. This is really cool. Check that out. That's dope, man. Probably end up cutting off the bottom right here. And I'm going to hang it up here somewheres. Good looking out though, Caesar. I haven't even hung up the one Nick sent yet. It's going to go right here. Also, my homeboy, Aaron, sent me this hoodie. I've known it for a long time. Murder Drop Ink. Old English always looks sick. Looks tough, man. So good looking out, homeboy, on this hoodie. They have masks, too. When you put the mask on, there's like a little teardrop right on the mask. It looks like, I know, it's a really good design, how they hooked that up, man. So, Murder Drop Ink on these hoodies and on their merch. Speaking of merch, trip on this. I have a Teespring account. Activated it several months ago. It's been laying dormant for a while. Several of you guys have some of these shirts. Come in black and dark blue. Some say trip on this. Some say trip on this is California. Hoodies, tank tops, t-shirts. So it's back up. And this, after this video is over, when you go into the comment sections, pinned will be the link. Pinned will be the link to the Teespring account. And I hope you guys go in there and trip on some shirts, homie. Trip on some merch. We're going to update and put some more stuff up there. But for now, it is trip on this. Also got more pack of these stickers in. I didn't get any more of these. Splinter in the Slayer font. I have 23 of these left. First come, first serve. You guys hit me up in the P.O. box for some stickers. And also you get some t-shirts, some merch. So, alright. I believe we have that taken care of. Was there anything else? Alright. Burst out of prison my first term. Go to my homie Rocky's house in Oildale. Only been out a couple days. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling myself. Youngster, healthy, fresh out the pen. Go to Rocky's pad. He's out front talking to some woods. A couple dudes, and I believe probably their old ladies. A couple chicks are sitting around. They're all hanging out. Apartments in Oildale. I come walking up. What's up, Rocky? What's up, dog? He tells them, hey, this is my homie Splinter. He just got out the pen. One of the dudes like, hey, where'd you parole from? I go, McFarland, CCF. He chuckled. He laughed. He's like, CCF? Now, I knew a CCF was a soft spot. I mean, you're not going to die at a CCF. It's not even a state prison. It's a little community thing. Not very many inmates there. Low level. Shit still cracks there. Still the pen. And anyway, I didn't know a guy would get chuckled at for going to a CCF. I was taken back by it, man. He like pretty much clowned me. But I recovered quickly. And I was like, oh yeah, where'd you parole from last? So I could tell he'd done some prison time. He goes, Wasco E-Yard. Then I chuckled. I go, what? Wasco E-Yard? Did you stay there or did you jump the little 3-foot high fence and walk home? I mean, you got a lot of nerve, homie, clowning me for a CCF and you paroled from Wasco E-Yard? That's like saying, what kind of car you drive? I say 2002 Camry. Psh, clown me. Why, what do you drive? A 2003? It ain't much better, bro. So anyway, be that as it may, me and that dude never got along after that. That was our first meeting, first impressions or everything. We never got along. Me and Rocky kicked rocks. I came over to get him because my homie Little Devin from my neighborhood. Little Devin from my neighborhood wanted a tattoo. Rocky slang that ink. And Rocky had just did a tattoo on his arm. So, we go to Devin's house. Hold up real quick. I do that a lot, don't I? It's part of the program. Fuck. Okay, my bad, sorry. Shit. Me and Rocky beat feet to my homeboy Little Devin's house. He wants to get a tattoo. Rocky slings ink. When we get there, Little Devin's in the front yard waiting for us. We walk up, and we're like talking. I introduce him. I tell Rocky, hey, show Devin your tattoo. So he goes to show it's on his arm right here. Devin looks at it. He don't really look at it. He's like, shh. He goes, that ain't all that. In a rude way. Like it got real quiet after he said that. And it was like a lot of tension. Cut the tension with a knife. And then Rocky's like, oh, well, I did it myself. I couldn't stretch my skin like I wanted. And, I'm not done shading it. Devin's like, He's like, shh, blew it off. Got real quiet again. I expected them to start. One of them was going to say something to the other one. So I was like, you know what, hey, time to bounce. I guess not a good idea for a tattoo. We're going to go ahead and take off. Hey, catch you later, Little Devin. Good looking out, Wood, and we're going to bounce. We get in the car, we're driving. Rocky's like, what the fuck was up with him, bro? I was like, I don't know, man. He's like, dude, disrespecting me, man. I was going to take off on him. I was like, kick back. That's a good friend. He's from my neighborhood. Like, dude, just chill. I was like, I'm going to drop you off your apartment. I'm going to go ask him what was up, man. See what's going on. I drop Rocky off. I go back to little Devin's house. I say, dude, what was up? Why'd you disrespect the homeboy? Why'd you say his tattoo was shit and all that? Why were you acting like that? He goes, dude, he disrespected me. You didn't see what he did? I go, no, I didn't. He goes, when you introduced us, when he said, this is the homie little Devin, he spit on the ground. I go, what? He goes, yeah. You go, hey, this is little Devin. And that dude Rocky goes, spit on the ground. I go, dude, I don't think it's intentional, bro. We smoked the joint. He had that cotton mouth. Like, I really doubt it was just like, like, it wasn't none of that. Come on, G. I go, no, man. I go, you're tripping. He's like, no, fuck that dude. I don't like him. He's like, fuck that. He spit on the ground when he said my name. I was like, all right, bro. Like, shit, I'll catch you later. And I left. And I started thinking, man, I wonder if I gotta start thinking, be careful how I act. I'd hate to meet somebody. Someone's like, hey, Splinter, here's my friend. I go, puh. And bro, have I ever done that? So he was really tripping on that. So I went back to Rocky's house. He goes, what was up with dude? I was like, nothing. It's all good. Nothing. I mean, I couldn't bring myself to say you spit on the ground because I knew he'd be like, what the fuck? Squash it, bro. Forgot all about it. Went inside his pad. I was getting ready to leave. I was actually getting ready to bounce. Then he came at me sideways with, bro, have you seen my tooth? I go, your tooth? No, I can't say that I have. I go, what do you mean? Tell me more about this tooth. And he said, well, it's mine. He goes, it's not mine. It's mine. And it come into my head. It's a little thing. I go, no, I haven't seen it, bro. I'm picturing a shark tooth necklace or some shit. I'm just like, I haven't seen any kind of a tooth. Like I said, it's getting ready to bounce, but it's kind of bro code. When your homie's looking for something, lost something, you can't just bounce. Like, I'm very, he's like, damn, I can't find my tooth. I go, okay, later, bro. It doesn't really work like that. I have to give him a little bit of a courtesy, give him a little bit of support while he looks for his tooth. She has an acoustic guitar. I sat down, I'm start strumming it. I'm like, you'll find that tooth, homeboy. He's looking around. All of a sudden, I hear this loud screaming. A dude, screaming at the top of his lungs upstairs. Rocky lives in a 2-story apartment. Screaming. Rocky starts running up the stairs. I run after him. We get in this room. And there's a dude who's laying on the ground. I start surveying what I'm looking at. And it is a bedroom. Probably this dude's bedroom. This dude, there's a bed. Be that as it may, he's still laying on the floor. He's fully dressed. And he's just screaming at the top of his lungs. My legs! My legs! Appeared to be asleep. His eyes were closed. Not a comfortable sleep by any means. My legs! I really thought that his freaking jeans were going to start ripping and his shoes were going to rip and his foot was going to pop out, turn into a hoof. I know what the fuck was going to go on, but he was screaming. Rocky grabs some of that Glade, that carpet fresh stuff, and start going around him in a circle. Sprinkling this stuff, just walking around like chanting, mumbling something to himself. I think about his tooth, I'm not sure. Then he grabbed a sheet, said, welcome to the top tier, and covered him up with a sheet. I go, top tier, that is kind of a trick because we are on the 2nd floor, but wow, weird that he called it top tier. But that doesn't matter. Then Rocky walks over and just cranks the stereo up real loud to drown out his screaming. That's when I saw it. I saw the tooth. It was sitting right there on the speaker. So we leave and we get downstairs and I go, bro, I think I seen your tooth. What it was a plastic little white human's tooth. It was a toy, opened up like a chest. I said, bro, I seen your tooth. It was a plastic thing, opened up like a chest, a white human, like a copy of a human tooth. He goes, yeah, that was my tooth. I said, well, what's up with dude? He goes, I don't know, bro. It's my roommate. He does that like once a month. Just flips out like that. I go, shit, man. He went up there and he got his fucking little tooth thing. I split. Like a month later, I ended up bumping into that roommate who did all that screaming. Came back to Rocky's house because those dudes jumped him. Those neighbors, those Woods I first met, the one who chuckled at me for going to the CCF. They jumped Rocky because Rocky's PG&E went out, his electricity went out, and he had an extension cord plugged into their spot, I guess. It was outside. He didn't know if they're going to get charged for that power. It's kind of like their spot and kind of wasn't. It was like on the patio. They got mad. They saw it, went over there and jumped him. So I went over there to have his back. I seen his roommate. His name was Danny, that dude. I said, dude, what the fuck's up with you, man? Last time I saw you laying on the ground screaming at the top of your lungs. What's up with that? He goes, dude, I worked 20 hours the day before. He's like, whenever I work long hours, I do that. I said, hey, homeboy, tell your boss you can't do it. Get your aunt and go home, bro. Because you turned into a straight fucking humanoid. That was straight out of line, bro. I never seen anything like it. Yeah, dude, get your aunt and go home, bro. Fuck that overtime. Be that as it may, I ended up splitting. I ended up getting arrested shortly after that. Got arrested, ran from the cops. They tried to pull me over. Pulled into an alley. Jumped a fence. It actually was a house. All that shit happened in my last video with Wizard and Buzzard. Same house, same fence. Because that house is my parents' house. This is like 5 years later, though. Has a front house and a back house. The front house, My stepmom's best friend lives in it, and now her son lived in the back house. Whereas before, me, my brother, us boys lived in that back house. We don't get to live there no more. Like I said, this dude lives there. He's a weed connect. I've been knowing him for a long time. Like I said in the last video, the fence is chained shut. Ran from the sheriffs, I pull in this alley, they come in behind me, jump that fence, coming through a doggy door, and I'm hiding. The sheriffs come in and get me, knock on the door, he answers it, he was asleep. Hey, someone's in your house. No, I'm not. And they come in, there I am. Don't shoot, don't shoot. He goes, what the fuck? They arrest me, handcuffs him out the door, and they arrest him. He's a felon. Felon, possession of a firearm. He had guns in his house. 1 minute he's sleeping, next minute he's sitting in the back cop car, charged with felon, possession of a firearm. He's madder than fuck. He ended up beating it though, because when the cops came in to look for me, they found the guns like in a drawer. I couldn't fit in that drawer. They had no business going in that drawer. They only could look for me. And they had already found me and still continued to look, found the guns. He beat it. I ended up going to jail. I get 10 with half violation for access to a firearm and absconding. Now I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to go to a CCF. I don't want to get chuckled out. I don't want to get out, be in the hood, and be like, hey, where'd you parole from, homeboy, in the CCF? How about last time? CCF? There's some dudes that did nothing, go to a CCF 5 times in a row. Fuck, that can't be me, dog. I gotta go to a state prison, man. So they pass out bags. I'm in a dorm every morning. You'll be there about 60 days or so. Every morning after breakfast, we'll have our coffee, stand around, like staring at the cop. Like, the harder you stare at them, just like mail. If you stare at them, maybe you'll get a letter when they're doing a mail call. We're having coffee, we're eye-fucking the cops as they're making out bags. They get a brown paper bag, they write the name on it, boom. Call me up. My day to get a bag. Get your bag. Yes! I see the SP on there. MCSP. MCSP. It's SP, so state prison. That's good, but MC, what the fuck's that? Look, Mule Creek! Oh, damn, dog. I'm going to Mule Creek State Prison. Can I go to a CCF? Dude, I'd rather go to a CCF. I couldn't believe it. Now I'm going to go to Mule Creek State Prison. It's way up north. I should stay around down south somewhere. Besides that, this is way back in the early 2000s. Wasn't a lot of PC stuff going on like now. Very few PC spots. Only really 2. CMC East, which is where they like to send all the cops and judges and lawyers and shit. Those kind of people who, obviously, when they'd get whacked on the main line, because, you know, they're cops. They send them to CMC East, and they got Mule Creek. That's where, like, the Menendez brothers are, those dudes that killed their parents. That's where one of the Charles Manson dudes is. It's PC. It's always been PC. Of course, they got a good yard. I'm active GP. I'm going to go to the good yard. C-Yard, I believe it is. But still, you don't want to go to a pen that's mostly PC, except for that one good yard you're on. So I was bunk kicked. You know, first CCF, my first term now, motherfucker, my first violation, Mule Creek, shit. I get there, though. Quickly found out it was active as fuck. It was on a cracking. That's where I met Giant. Me and him got real tight right there. The homeboy, Babyface. Tom had just left. Bobby Wilson from Shafter. Bunch of solid dudes in there. People getting sliced up, jumped. There's riots. Northerners and Southerners there. So anytime you have those guys on the yard together, you know there's going to be tension. This was back in the day, like I said, early 2000s. So yeah, a bunch of shit happened there. It was on a cracking. Now, when I was kicking back with Giant, what happens when I was going to the level 1 yard, Mule Creek, level 1. Before you can go to level 1 yard, you have to go to the level 3 yard and you go through orientation. I went to level 3 gym. Now the guys there, they'll be level 3s. They can't go to level 1 yard. They're stuck there in the gym or the buildings. But the level 1s go there, a couple weeks, go through orientation or CTQ. Can't go to the yard or nothing. Like I said, I'm at the gym hanging out with Giant and the homeboys. Giant's telling me about a dude he can't stand. A dude named Jamie. Sacramento. He's like, nah, I just can't stand this motherfucker. I don't even think he said why, I just couldn't stand him. Now, type dude I am. My homeboys, he's saying he can't stand some dude. I automatically, when I go there, I don't like him either. Just, you know, bite my hand like, fuck, I don't like this dude. So I ended up going to level 1 yard, and that Jamie dude, Sacramento, the Giant said he didn't like, happened to be in my building. On a level 1 yard like that, there'll be 2 buildings. 2 big-ass buildings. Inside, there'll be multiple cubicles. Now, true, I lived on the opposite side of the building. I was like way over here, and he was over here. We didn't see each other that much, but we did see each other. He's from Sacramento, and Sacramento had that motherfucker sewed up. And they're playing that NorCal, SoCal shit. And I was SoCal Wood, so, yeah, they're being stingy with the drugs and the tattooing and all that shit. Anyway, be that as it may, that's a different video. The doggo coffee. So, that Jamie dude, I never got on my way to talk to him. I see him. Sometimes he'd see me and talk to me. I would not reciprocate. I would not talk back. I wouldn't be rude. I'd just say, oh, just whatever. Kind of blow him off in a nice way. Then one time, it came down, I needed a pouch of Bugler. I needed a pouch of Bugler. I was looking around what woods, it was store time. I'm wondering what white dudes can go to the store. I can get a pouch from him and pay him. I'm going to go to the store the following time. So there wasn't really none but that dude Jamie. So I was like, fuck, I'm going to ask him. Felt kind of weird because I didn't like him. And I never, kind of blew him off and he tried to talk to me. I thought, fuck it, I'll ask him for a pouch. So I go up there and say, hey bro, is there any way I can get a pouch of Bugler off you? I'll pay you when I go to the store. He goes, yeah, sure. Then something stupid I did. I always do this. It's such a bad habit. I even do it to this day. I don't know why I do shit like this. I said, oh, okay, I'll give you an ice cream too. There's no need to do that. I guess I was just so happy he gave me the pouch, and I felt guilty even asking him since in my head I didn't even fucking like his ass. And here he was doing me a favor. I was like, I'll give you an ice cream. As soon as I said, I regretted it. Like, what the fuck, I'm gonna give him an ice cream. No, I'm not gonna give him an ice cream. He gave me the pouch. A week or so go by, 2 weeks maybe. I end up going to the store. Pardon me, hang on. I end up going to the store. I buy his pouch. I do not buy him an ice cream. So, I walk over to his bed area. He's standing there. And I give him his pouch. He goes, oh, cool, bro, thanks. And I go to walk away. He says, hey, what about the ice cream? I turn around and go, I was going to get it, but I didn't. And this kind of gave me a funny look. Then I was like, well, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't get one for myself either. He gave me even another, funny look, like, huh? Yeah, that's something to think about. Like, what? Objects in mirror closer than they appear. What did you get yourself an ice cream have to do with getting me mines? Bye. So I walked away, and I thought, fuck, man, I know some shit's gonna pop. People in prisons, they just love any kind of little distraction from the daily flow. Any kind of little dudes bumping heads, they'll pump it up to make it worse what it is. I just knew this was gonna become an issue. Sure enough, I see all the Sacramento boys gathering, all the white boys gathering. I'm like, fuck, man. Then I only have one homeboy really on the yard at that time. The other one went to the shoe for beating up a cop. He tried to take a sandwich out of the kitchen. The cop tried to take a sandwich from him, beat his ass, went to the shoe. It's my homeboy Hal. He's been down a long-ass time. He says long-ass time to go. Anyway, he's the homie Hal. They jammed him up today, split him. They tried to paint it as if I, stole from him, had a deal or whatever. So Hal comes up and says, what the fuck, did you burn homeboy? What? He said, yeah, you borrowed a pouch and you're supposed to give him back another pouch and ice cream. I said, no, I borrowed a pouch. I was supposed to give him a pouch, and I was going to give him an ice cream. So yeah, that's what I just said. I said, no, you said I borrowed a pouch, so I was supposed to give him back a pouch and ice cream, but really I borrowed a pouch, and I just gave him the pouch, and I was going to give him an ice cream. He's like, dude, you got to give him fucking ice cream, old boy. You said you were, right? I was like, yeah, I guess, but not like you said. He's like, dude, got to give him an ice cream. I was like, I don't. He's like, fuck it, here. I'll give him the ice cream, you can pay me. So I was like, dude, now I feel like, everyone's watching. I walk up, give him an ice cream, tell between my legs. Like, fuck that. Like, what issue do I got coming for not giving him an ice cream? Like, beat my ass. I don't care. Send 3. He's like, no, it's not going to be send 3. They're going to cut you off. You're not going to get no action on no drugs. You're not going to get no tattoo ink. You're not going to get no weed no more. I'm like, so you said you're going to get an ice cream, right? Swear that ice cream shit out, homeboy. I don't want them to cut me off. And that's what Sacramento car would have done. Because they say it like Splinter don't pay his debts. Oh, homeboy, an ice cream didn't give it to him. But no, I didn't owe him. Oh, but my big-ass mouth was offered to him. So, Hal paid the ice cream. I paid Hal. It worked out good. But not really, because if you look at some of my tattoos, some of my shittiest, lightest spots are the Mule Creek ink I got from those Sacramento dudes afterward. So, gave me some water down ink. Be that as it may. I got another story, man. Kind of want to go into it, but I don't really have it real prepared. See, I'll have stories, like a rough idea in my head, then I sit down and I think all the details out, and I tell it. I've not had time to sit and tell these details, but I kind of feel like telling it. It's about this dude named Cowboy who was on the level 3 yard. Nah, I'll say it for later. Cut the string, let it fly. Peace!